have, but how will all of these overnight cues impact our own markets? We have our research team joining in with how the trade setup looks like, the stocks you need to keep an eye out for, and of course the FNO setup as well. First up, Vivek joins in to get all the market cues you need to watch out for. Vivek, good morning. It does not seem to be a pretty looking picture.
Absolutely not. And when you're talking about the screen, it's red all across. Like you mentioned, at the start of the show, how the kind of weak handover we've received, especially from global markets. Today, even the Asian markets, GIFT Nifty, all of them are indicating quite a deep gash across our own markets. Overnight, all US markets ended in the red. Along with that, even post-markets, names like Intel and Amazon fell quite sharply on the back of muted results. Oil prices fell, Brent crude almost down over 1.5% yesterday, now hovering little lower than the $80 a barrel mark. Indian markets yesterday, remember, Nifty hit the much awaited level of 25,000, but after that we did see some selling pressure. What was a little bit more worrying was the fact that the breadth was negative. In fact, advance decline ratio was 1:2 in favor of the decline, and broader end of the markets after a while actually underperformed the benchmark indices. But quite a lot to keep on the plate today, given the fact that there will be quite a lot of earnings reactions to numbers that came in post-market hours yesterday, top amongst them being Tata Motors and ITC. Results today, quite a lot of them: Britannia, Titan, Hinzink, UPL, LIC Housing. Also, remember, markets will react to auto sales that came post-market hours yesterday as well. Eicher, Hero Moto, and auto sales overall this time around has been quite muted compared to what the street was anticipating. Asian markets, GIFT Nifty, especially Japan's Nikkei, all indicating quite a deep gash, gap down for our own markets today.
Now the gap down is increased to over 200 points now. Vivek, thanks a lot for that. Over to Vamakshi. List out the stocks you need to watch out for this morning. Vamakshi, good morning.
Well, good morning, Hormaz. Let me first start off with ITC. The company reported volume growth of 2% as compared to expectations of 2 to 3%, according to sources. Revenue came in above estimates. EBITDA margin, however, was lower than estimates due to lower paper and agri margins. Net profit was almost flat at 4,917 odd crores. Tata Motors also reported its numbers stronger than expected. Guidance, however, was cautious. They have highlighted that JLR could likely witness constrained production in the second as well as the third quarter. The board has gone ahead and approved demerger of the passenger car and CV business as separate listed companies, and this will be completed over the next 12 to 15 months. Let's also look at some auto sales numbers that came in for the month of July. First up is Maruti Suzuki. Total sales stood at 1.75 lakh, as this is lower than Nomura's estimates. Exports picked up by almost 8.1%, but total domestic sales were down 5.3%. Eicher Motors, the next one on our radar, Royal Enfield sales were down nearly 8% to 67,265 units. This is much lower than the Nomura estimates. VECE CV sales were up almost 12.7%, and this too came in below Nomura's expectations. Hero MotoCorp reported a downtick of almost 5.4% in its sales at 3.7 lakh units. This is again lower than what Nomura was expecting. Symphony is the next one we will be focusing on. They will be considering a buyback on August 6th. GHCL has signed a 30-year lease agreement for 6,450 hectares of land for salt production in Kutch, Gujarat, and this will cater to the salt requirement for upcoming soda ash greenfield project at Kutch. Netweb will also be in focus. Sources suggest that Sanjay Lodha, Naveen Lodha, Vivek Lodha and Neeraj Lodha are likely to sell 20.54 lakh shares of the company via block deals. The floor price for the deal is at 2,180 per share, and the offer size is pegged at 448 crores. And lastly, let's focus on Morpen Labs. Sources suggest that QIP will be launched. The issue size is up to 200 crores and the equity on offer is 3.68 crore shares, and the indicative price is at 54.37 per share.
Plenty of stocks as always. Vamakshi, thanks a lot for that. Over to Sudarshan now, joining in with cues from the FNO space. Sudarshan, good morning. Looks like a gap down, but what's the FNO setup looking like?
Morning, Hamas. So yesterday we saw that Nifty held on to the levels above 25,000, but it looks like that it was a short stay there, as after weak global cues, GIFT Nifty is indicating a gap down start for our market today, and currently GIFT Nifty is down more than 200 points. But if we look at the flows, it's not looking that bad. In the cash market, FIs bought shares of more than rupees 2,000 crore, while the sell figure by DIs was just rupees 340 crore. Even in the index futures, FIs bought shares of almost rupees 1,400 crore and has added long contracts of more than 18,000, and at the same time have cut short positions by almost 3,600, and this takes long exposure to almost 66%, with total net long contracts to 1.66 lakhs. In the options, we saw straddle strategy at play at 25,000 call. We saw addition of more than 25 lakh shares with a premium at 148, and on the put side 25,000 strike, we saw addition of 25 lakh shares with a premium of 154. This brings us to resistance and support levels for Nifty. Resistance is now seen somewhere around 25,100 and support remains around 24,850. In the stocks in focus, there are 4 new entrants in the F&O band. Those are Birlasoft, GNFC, India Mart and RBL Bank.
Interesting, Sudarshan. Thanks a lot for that update from the F&O space. But time